this? Why not? Whoop. Thank you for watching here on YouTube at Blooming Light at Bloomies Tribe, if you're logging in live. Now, I was live not even 5 minutes ago on my TikTok. I thought I had put it on private. Apparently I hadn't, so I had to go back and put it on private because it's going to be on private for a while. Okay, on TikTok, I'll intermittently change it, but for now, I'm keeping it on private because of the thieves and the trolls and all of the weird TikTok vibe energy that's going on over there. So I did do the live regarding the name Jordan over there. Okay, about an hour, 15 minutes, and whoo, Lordy, I'm not going to do that all over again with y'all. Okay, so I'm really going to call this. Really, this is part 2. This is kind of like everything that they don't know, everything that they don't see coming. And listen, it's not a matter of these people. Obviously, we had cult involved, we had practitioners involved. So this is not a matter of them not having skills. Okay? That such is life. They're no exception. Okay, they're not. And there are elements to this that they're not aware of. There are elements to this with all of their dotting their I's and crossing their T's and covering their tracks and hiding things with friends and family and using friends and family to try to hide their identity. Like all of these things, that's them trying to cover their bases and cover their asses on top of their connections. Like, you know, because many of them have these connections in the government and law, you know, and all these things, and police. And so they have the access. And so they're trying to see how they can get through these very portals to do away with all the evidences that's been piled up against them. But it's too late though. That's where I'm going with this part 2. That's the part, that's what they don't know. That's what they don't see, what they don't know, and what they don't understand. While everyone is scrambling and everybody is doing this. In fact, they're making it worse. What ended up in the reading towards the end is they missed an opportunity to stop what they were doing. They missed an opportunity to make something right or to come clean. Like whatever it is that they've been continuing to do, lie, hide, deny, and yet continuing to like come for the collective, attacking them and all this stuff, trying to hide their connections with all of these various people. And it came out towards the end that what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna be feeling, because by then it's going to be too late. And that's what they don't know and what they don't see. By then, it's not going to be no negotiations. It's not going to be no oopsie and eyes and I was this and that. It's going to be, no, we've been watching you this whole time. It's too late. We actually saw you try to get rid of the evidence. Now, could you explain that? Because how do you explain it? If it comes out, it was a King of Swords. I'm going to show you. It's crazy. If it comes out, like play with that thought. When, you know, some go, you know, and, you know, you don't want to admit that you were a part of a cult, or you don't want to admit that you were part of causing chaos and conflict and bullying, and you don't want to admit that, you know, your motives for woo was this, and you don't want to admit that you paid so-and-so to do this and do that and yada yada, and that you was fucking somebody, and you know what I'm saying? You trying to preserve, you're trying to save face, you're trying to save your ass, but simultaneously while trying to save face and save your ass, we see you still continuing to do shit. Why are you trying to hide the shit you did? So how do you explain it? We see that you basically, you just shifted, you recruited, you outsourced. And we saw that. Okay. So how do you explain it? When it's time to come and talk and what can you say? You can't say you sorry. You can't say, no, you can't, because no, you ain't sorry. No, you didn't learn your lesson, because you're trying to cover it up, and you're still trying to continue to find a way to keep doing it. You're not sorry. No, you're not. There it is. So this was the King of Swords in this deck. Okay, so this is a higher vibration. This could very well be authority. Okay, but this is evidence. They're watching. You know how they're tapping in illegally to the collective shit? Well, all these people's shit is being actively monitored. Their movement is being actively monitored. Who they commune with is being actively monitored. The cults and organizations that they connect to and have to travel is being actively monitored. Certain businesses is being actively monitored. Because they're trying to, use their technology knowledge and their access to all of these various portals to try to permanently see if they can. Nope. And the reason is, see, a lot of the stuff, somebody's watching them do this to an influencer. So they're watching the social media, but via people's IP addresses, all of their burner phones, their cousin phone, the homie phone. They see their inboxes, their DMs, when they're synchronizing movement to try to intimidate her. She ain't stopping and she ain't going away. Synchronizing shit so they can go shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puffs. Collective's already on that shit. They start the day with what's going to happen to motherfuckers who do it. And when they encounter it, they counter it there. And then after, they do some more shit on top of that. Ain't playing with none of these skanks. And you know why the collective talks this way? Listen, like I told old boy today, when he said, what did you do? Nothing. These people came for me. Period, the end. They all had their various motives and reasons for doing so, but the bottom line, they came for me. I do not know these people. I don't bother people, nor does my son. I'm not a busybody. I'm not in people's face. Yeah, I told you what they don't know. I told you what they don't know. They going to jail. I told you what they don't see coming with the tower, and what they've been trying to do is their messages is being, all their shit is seen with this Eight of Wands. It's traveling quick. All that work they've been putting in on the collective to attack and sacrifice and trap up and stagnate, all that spell work, all those assaults, all their movements, so all these vehicles too, by the way. What they don't know, they finna go to jail. Hangman with the swiftness, 8 of Wands. Why is the Hanged Man here? Yep, the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, so what they didn't know, they about to lose everything. This completion going into the reverse for continuing to try to disrupt somebody's home life. They're going to jail for that. For trying to disrupt somebody's stability, somebody's health and well-being, attacking somebody in their home space or somewhere that they have to frequent and be regularly. They're about to go to jail. Also for stealing my house. Yeah, for money. This Wheel of Fortune. Doing shit to somebody so they can keep getting some kind of money, or so the wheel can keep turning in their favor. So what they don't see, somebody's about to do the honorable thing. And this King of Swords here sees something here, and they're about to do the honorable thing here. There are some energies that's seeing something from another perspective. And what they're, like I said, their offers, whatever they own, is about to be rejected. This is somebody who was offered something to keep causing problems, is possibly making deals with higher authority right now. And telling all the business about everything and everybody. That's what they don't know. 5 of Swords, they're about to be defeated. And they're about to lose their happiness. Yeah. 10 of Cups is in the reverse. This is family. They're about to, yeah, there's exposure. These whole families and groups are about to be exposed. That's what they don't know. For trying to sacrifice people for their own personal gain, trying to cause instability for their own personal gain. In some cases, out of just sheer boredom, just because they don't want to see someone happy. Debauchery. This 7 of Cups is going into the reverse. Disillusion, poison, confusion, head fucks. Not wanting the collective to have options. And so, yeah, all this, they don't know that this is, they about to pay for it. They about to pay for it. They about to pay for it. Yep. They don't see it coming. 6 of Swords. How they kept trying to cause people to walk away from the collective, or trying to unalive the collective, or cause the collective to walk away from their own hopes, goals, and dreams and aspirations. How they would not leave this person, these people alone. How they didn't want these people to have any options for having calmer waters in their life. These motherfuckers are about to go up Schick's Creek. Yep. This is what they don't see, the world. This hoe. Queen of Wands in the reverse, this witch hoe. This dark witch hoe was the ringleader. So they gonna possibly start with this and tell all the shiznit about how they was traveling to Texas. Because 8 of Wands is about travel as well. How they were traveling to Texas. How they were having people to travel to Texas. How they hooked up with the corruption in Texas. and paid people to torture their own family member. Paid people to poison their family member. Paid people to be unnecessarily difficult with the family member. Paid people to cause strife and ruckus and to invade the civil and human rights and privacy of their own family member. They paid lovers, people to pretend to be a friend, pretend to be a lover, so that you can get in and get, you know, access to shit so she can do her weird whole shit. They hooked up with the distorted witches here. I know who your people are here, and they're on my list too, dear. Now swallow. Now swallow, swallow, because I know who they are. Gotcha. I know who they are. She possibly finna die. In some cases, what these people don't see coming, this is all, man, this is going 2, 3, 4 different ways. In some cases, her ass is finna be out of here. Okay? And that's gonna be interesting. We already had a main male reverse gone. She may be fencing to be next. That's fencing to be fascinating. Okay? So, and or, if that's not the case, what they can't see is this. Now, I could tell you right now, I could tell you about the character of this person in this reading. This Queen of Wands reverse. Hold on to your seat, but it's about to get real. Oh, because see, they're notorious for a few things. Chances are a King of Swords was a recipient of some kind of a backlash of hers. Possibly. One that could have been involved, if this is not an authority figure, one that could have been involved at some point, because this is how they're able to tell the whole story. So they know all about it. And what this person is notorious for doing, this is why I'm laughing at all of their minions in Texas. What they're notorious for doing is this: when the rubber meets the road, if it comes to it, they will sacrifice everyone they hired. In other words, they're going to go behind you. 6 of Swords, the World, Queen of Wands in reverse, a cowardly move. It's a cowardly action. And to save their ass, attempt to make a deal by giving them y'all, whoever you are out there. And guess what? Your hands is all over it, so it's not going to be hard to do. Because you're the one putting the dirty diapers. You're the one calling and texting so-and-so. You're the one sprinkling things. It's easy to do. You and your people are the footmen. She'll make a deal in the New York minute if it means save her own ass. Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. That could be her and her mammy. We'll make a deal in the New York minute. Because if the heat get too on, bye-bye, babe, bye-bye. It's all the minions they didn't hire, which this King of Swords is possibly one of them, that they sacrificed, that they scapegoated and set up. They always setting people up. These people, these kind of folks are always setting people up. They pull on people's weakness. They exploit your character. So if you got a weak character at that time, if you know what I'm saying, they play on your addiction. They play on your weakness. They play on your shadow. They play on your inner child woundings. This is what they do. It's what they do. And so they basically get you to sabotage yourself so that get you involved enough, sabotage yourself so that in the end of it all, if you just get the sudden cases of the I want to be honest and the sudden cases of I don't want to do this no more, then extortion, because you were involved. And that's why they do what they do. That's why they do it that way. But they get you first with a lot of sparkly things. Look at what I can do for you. Look at what I can give you. See, didn't that spell work? See, are you enjoying riding that vehicle? See, did you enjoy your vacation? See, are you enjoying your promotion? See, this is how they get, that's the hook. That's the hook. But they don't tell you, do you like this mayhem that's going to ride you and your family and throughout eternity? That's what they don't tell you. Do you like that? Are you going to like that part? That you're not going to get everything I told you, first and foremost. But that I even gave you, you will lose. And on top of that, do you like that you're going to lose your career because of me? Do you like that your family is going to be negatively impacted because of your involvement with me, doing the things that you're doing that is negatively impacting your life? Do you like that I'm going to be gone if I can? If I can weasel my way out of it, if I can. And I'll let you go ahead and sit and go ahead and take that from me. And I'll play like boo-boo the fool, like I ain't even understanding. Now little Shaquetta and Daquan and all them mommy and daddy is just gonna go bye-bye. Do you like that I'm gonna be behind why you ruined your whole reputation career forever when this is done? I ain't gonna tell you that. They coming in with the sparkly shiny. Full of lust, lasciviousness, and debauchery. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Stalk her for me. They ain't gonna like, they don't see that authority coming in. I saw it. Source stepping in and authority. High priestess. The Empress, yes sir, yes sir. That's what they don't see. That's what they don't see. That's what they. Oh, I told you. I told you. Y'all gonna see. Don't worry, you'll see it play out. You gotta worry about it. If this is your read, if this is anything pertaining to anything y'all going on out there, you're gonna see it play out for yourself. You ain't gotta worry about it. Seven of Swords is in the reverse. Child. Exposure of what they've been doing under the moon. Trying to trap these people. And do shit to them. Trying to keep them in some kind of hole and shit. Blocked off, attacking them so they can be attacking them. It's going to be revealed. All this shit they're going to pay for. So they can hide the fact that they were attacking somebody. That's why they were traveling. That's why they went to Timbuktu. This was the cover-up so that they could look innocent. They hooked up with the corruption. They didn't hook up with no decent bitches and niggas, because if they hooked up with some decent bitches and niggas, then the decent bitches and niggas would have said, no ho. We don't get down like that. They hooked up with trash that's like themselves, full of pain, full of inner child wounds, full of God complex, egotistical bullies like themselves. Is what they came here and could, and bitch, because they been connected, they been traveling. This ain't new. They been traveling in the industry that they're in. So what they don't know is that this exposure is going to be full throttle about everything hidden. Remember, I said they're trying to cover up that it was too late. This assault, this bullying, these attacks. Because somebody stood up to them, that's going to come out too. Because of somebody standing up. People that Carl Jung described cannot handle healthy adult assertion. And when they have money, resources, and God plexes full of wounded egos and inner child, that's a disaster breeding in the making. Go ahead and tell the woman I thought was my sister, I know who you all are, and ask her to give you some guidance and advice. And tell her I said when she's done being a coward, to stop hiding behind her imps and her minions like a woman and face me. Till I said that. Okay. Because I stand on what I'm saying. Bullies and people who gang up on people but hide and do all this kind of shit, they're fucking cowards. They're all fucking cowards. And you can synchronize and give these hoes all the advice that you think you know about me, but you don't know me, hoe. I am not remotely anything like who you remember me to be. So go ahead and groom them. They'll take the fall. They'll fall for you, but you're next. What she was doing for money, 10 of Pentacles. To stop me, you, collective from what's ours. This is gonna come out, the money, all of it. What she was doing, inheritance, and hooked up with the low lives in this bitch. She's a human trafficker. The whore is a fucking human trafficker. You all think that human trafficking is a white van, all black, tinted out, people with a ski mask on or a black mask over their head. And, we have our TV images of kidnapping and trafficking. No. That's overt style of human trafficking. These niggas and bitches are covert human traffickers. So they simply exploit, manufacture, and puppeteer certain situations if they can, and exploit that to their advantage in such case. So if somebody don't have no options and resources and they uproot and go and they know about that, they could then connect with that energy. They start to do spells on all these people, so I'm kind of laughing because you got spells on you suckers. Hey, don't say I didn't tell you so. Because he, much like this King of Swords, once upon a time they were under the spell. Y'all got spells on you. Your coat, your family, they got you. Got spells on your ass. Oh, and if you manage to survive this, big if you manage to actually survive this and live, and that haze come off of you, you gonna be pissed. You gonna be pissed. Because you're gonna see it then way too late. Okay, boom. What they don't see, yeah, this 10 of Pentacles. I told you, 10 of Swords, ruin. She was paying people to cause harsh, painful endings to the collective. Now, even poison, to put shit in their food. This Knight of Cups, and to be a fake friend, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Or to be her friend and betray her, be her friend and then betray her, date her and then betray her, poison her and then betray her. She's been doing this over and over again. So what's coming out is this wasn't a one-time isolated ordeal. The proof. To betray her own. This has been her career. 10, 10, 10. 10, 10. Where's that other 10? This has been her career. This has been how she has what she has and how she is what she is. And so what's about to happen? So now she's about to experience this ruin. Yep, there it is. 8 of Swords is going into the reverse. So it's becoming clear. People are getting out of their head. And it's going to be shown that what she did was amplified it when someone got out of their own head and like moved their life around so that they couldn't interfere. And because of it, this is why she took these things to the next level, because somebody got free of their bondage, of their interference. Couldn't gaslight, keep somebody stuck in prison and trapped when they got free. Yeah, and so this was bad news to her because somebody realized they were causing bad news, siphoning, causing endings, causing betrayals, people to fuck. She want to fuck it anyway. This is a full-fledged hoe. At 1,000 years old. This is a full-blown Hoatron. 1,000 years old. Still out here hoeing. Child. Well, she about to get some bad news. This is also about unaliving people. That's how she gets, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah. And also by causing like conflicts, fights, She's always in competition with people. She's an agent of chaos. That's her wish fulfillment. For her own selfish gain. Agent of chaos. And employees gonna come out that's she and recruits, whatever you want to call it. Recruit, make offer, whatever you want to call it. Okay? And guarantees them wishes fulfillments if they'll participate with this. And she usually recruits people who, like I said earlier, that are just like her. This is why, let me tell y'all what I learned. I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you what I've noticed in some other part of the gifts that are like coming online. I call it, it's a signature. I swear I do. I call it, it's the narcissistic glare, smirk, and stare. I swear, I believe that they all have it, or the ones that are networked together, even if they do not look alike, even if they, I'm telling you, even if they're a different culture, because that thing is on them. Her tentacles in this case, because her tentacles are. I guarantee you that. So when I would see even certain people here, I'm telling you, I've caught it. I caught it. I caught that shit. I was like, Yeah, hoe, she a hoe. Very immature, very petty. And fuck with possibly hoes and shit, dancers and whatnot. Sends them in some cases. I went, oh, so she a pimp too? The bitch is a fucking madam and shit? She a madam and shit? So, what? She offering young hoes some shit to go in and seduce these weak-minded men? Possible, what even, to get them to walk away. Yeah, seducing them, sexting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Maybe even pimping her own daughter. I wouldn't be surprised. Not at this phase of the game. I wouldn't. Nigga. Ten of Swords. They don't see this coming. They don't see this bad news. Where are we going with this part of the reading? This is part 2. What we're talking about, what they don't see. So essentially, all this that they have been a part of and all that they have traveled to and involved, and all of the motivations, all of the players, strippers, dancers, zealots, everything in between, landlords, managers, government, all of it being watched now. Somebody then squealed and gave up some proof. To, at best, cause them to further dig because of it. This bitch be putting spells on judicial systems, be trying to work angles. What they don't see is that none of that is about to work this time. In fact, this corruption is going down. That they gonna all get some bad news. That this was bad news. Ace of Wands in the reverse, 5 of Wands. They're gonna have to deal with this. That this was not a good idea, thinking that it was good news to cause 10 of Wands ruin. This was not a good idea. There's an Emperor. Mm, 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 mm. Yep. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. They had somebody to interfere with somebody's job. All of that. They could have laid, these are all facets and details that this person could be like, so they can look into all these arenas. So they're going to look into the workspace. Messing with people's options, lying that they lied. Page of Pentacles in reverse to, yes, to stop her new beginning, their new beginning, a bully. King of Wands in reverse, a liar. Yeah, this could be her and her nigga. They're a match. King and Queen of Wands in reverse, they whole asses, skanks. Skankatrons. Bullies. Fucking bullies. It don't even have to be her nigga. This could be a baby daddy. It might be her nigga or a baby daddy. Especially if he a fire sign like her. They probably still fuck. Sorry, Cece. Oh, people can't fade. Yeah. You think it ain't nothing to do? Oh, you're terribly wrong. Yep. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. So what she did to conspire to get somebody out of a job, to interfere with that, to stalk somebody at their work. Ooh, these people, all these people might as well just, Yeah, and lie, and then lie. Like to basically be immature and play games with her to try to like fuck with the collective here. Page of Cups in the reverse. And also doing shit to their children while they're at work. To interfere with their plans and their fruit, their seeds. And they could have used a Queen of Swords here. Spell work, manipulation. Now they're under judgment. To obscure somebody's judgment in order to try to win at all costs. Because they didn't like that the collective was winning. So this is what, yeah, they needed to change that. So this, whoever is getting all the information is seeing it unfold. Like this person was upset that this person started winning in life. They, in spite of the rumors, in spite of their incessant $1 million spell work campaign, in spite of all of the stalking, the bullying, the poison, bitch, like, in spite of the human trafficking, in spite of every retard that they have ever sent us a whole shit. They didn't like that the collective was being held in high honor at work and was getting victories and successes and promotion and was just doing better for themselves. And why wouldn't they when you're a healthy being? Is it because it's too much money on the table? The promise of trafficking them and all? Why wouldn't they? Because the story they need. Because they was talking mad shit, huh? Them and all their little minions, their little mindless minions, was talking mad shit, huh? Ain't nothing changing. I remember that. This was a while back. I was on a live and it was a reading about what was to come at some point and blase, blase. And they were like, ain't nothing changing. Things are gonna same. You somebody, but they were hiding behind, of course, they not speaking as themselves. They never do. It's always, it ain't gonna be who the fuck they actually are. But what happened, maybe not even long after that, a whole lot changed rapidly. And that just shit on every, thing that they wanted to perpetuate. So they had to add more physical activity to it because the spell work wasn't suffice. They had to get more people involved in a more close proximity so that they can have access because they're weak and they're not as powerful, obviously. Obviously. Because shouldn't it have been enough? Oh, I'm gonna go there. Shouldn't it have been enough in and of itself? Why not? Why? All of the 1,000 spells, all spells on earth that's been done, that's being done even as I'm talking. Shouldn't that have been enough all by itself? Why did there need to be any physical activity? Physical, tangible interference of any kind? Why? Yeah, let's go ahead and sit on that. Because folks think you can't say you powerful after shit like this. I made a joke a while back. I'm like, no, you ain't powerful. You're a criminal. Those are two different things. That's not power. That's criminal activity. No, you stole something. You broke in. You interfered. You used your connections. You had somebody. That's not power. That's criminality. That's physical interference. That's not power. Your spell work in and of itself did shit. It had minimum impact, minimum. It could not complete. Shouldn't it have sufficed? Hadn't it all the 1,000 other trillion times in that your track record? Isn't it? The notorious chaos and conflict, which the Black Widow. Well, Emperor, Three of Swords, blood sacrifices their own fucking people. Three of Swords, oppression, their own fucking people. But guess where? This is where these hoes is going and all their little imps. Clank, clank. Trying to trap people, scapegoating people to take the fall for their criminal ass. Crazy whore. Yeah. This is her end and her people. These people got blood on their hands. They're collecting blood money, blood vehicles, blood deals that's gonna follow their dumb blood ass. and a family. Can't say I didn't tell you.